guys, what's going on, and welcome to a new video. Today we're going to be doing a similar video that I did with Lord Vader a couple of days ago, where we're going to be trying out the best, or the most, not the best, but the most popular mod setups for Maul, which is crucial for the Lord Vader team, according to the top 1000 KYBER GAC players in Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes. And we can find this data at swjoh.gg. So let's hop straight into the mod setups. So for the mods, you can see that the most popular mod setup is health and offense, which is used by 78% of all of the players, top 1000 KYBER GAC players. And some other mod sets that are popular are full health mod setup, health and speed, and offense and crit chance. So we're going to be trying all of these out, and we're going to be ranking them how I think which ones are the best. So let's hop straight into that. So guys, the first mod setup we're going to be trying out is the offense and crit chance one. If we take a look at the stats, we can see we have decent protection health with around 165k health and protection. We have good speed, 302. We have no critical damage, but we have quite a lot of damage, 8132. We have a good crit chance, 88%. And the special offense damage is quite high as well, with 7574. So these are the stats, and now we're going to be hopping into the secondaries of the mods. For the square, we went with quite a lot of speed and some good offense for the special damage. We have also quite much crit chance. Here I went with some speed, some offense, some protection, and a little bit of health as well. For the circle, I went with a protection primary, with main focus being on speed, offense, and health. For the cross, I went with health as a primary, with main focus being crit chance, offense, and speed. For the triangle, we went with protection. Here you can go with crit chance if you want, but I chose to go with protection because I want them to be a little bit more durable. But for the secondaries, we have speed and crit chance as the mains. And for the arrow, we have speed, and for the secondaries, we have a lot of protection and some offense. So yeah guys, this is the mods for this mod setup, so let's hop straight into the gameplay. For the gameplay, guys, we're going to be trying every battle that we're doing is going to be up against a Lord Vader team, because this is going to be the meta for the next 4 months. So this is why we're doing it against Lord Vader this time and not against JMK. So let's hop straight into the battle. As you saw, we stopped the battle after 1 minute and 30 seconds, and that's because Maul died off and he no longer had an impact on the game against the other Lord Vader. So if I'm going to give you my pros on this type of mod setup, it's got to be that he does quite good damage. If you go back and look at all the seeding rages he did 265k damage on all of the 5, so that is really high in my opinion. I think it's also nice that he critical hits when he does his AoE, the fervent rush, which is also pretty good. And also this is something that doesn't really affect Maul, but if you have a fast Lord Vader, faster than the opponent's one, your Maul can get out there and do the fervent rush faster than the opponents, and you also be able to do the seeding rage before your opponent does the seeding rage on you, which is also good. This mod setup is also quite good if you want to play him as the leader for the other Mandalorians. So I definitely recommend this, and this is pretty good on both on offense and defense. Now to the cons. As you saw, he's not that durable. He died off pretty quickly, only after 1 minute and 30 seconds. And also this is not the best way to mod him if you want to place him on defense, but it's because I have a slow Lord Vader, so it's not the Maul's fault, it's Lord Vader's fault. Because if you would do a mirror match in JEC and I would have my slow Lord Vader on defense together with Maul, and my opponent's Lord Vader is faster, which automatically means his Maul is going to get faster as well. This is just how the Lord Vader's kit is built around Maul. So I'm going to be giving this type of mod setup a ranking of 8.5 out of 10. I definitely recommend this one. The second mod setup we are going to be trying out is the speed and health mod setup. If we look at the stats, we can see we have a lot of health and protection with 185k. We have a lot of speed, 342. We have quite high damage as well, 7255, which is not as high as before, but still quite high. And for the special offense we have 6755, which is also quite high. Now when we look at the mods, we can see I have went with a lot of speed, protection and health here on the square. Here I went with a lot of speed, some protection, some offense, some tenacity, which is not really needed. For the circle I went with a primary of protection with a lot of speed and some offense as well. For the cross I went with also primary of protection with quite a lot of speed and some health. For the triangle we went with another primary of protection with some speed, health, offense and offense. And for the arrow we went with another protection because I've had so good speed on my secondaries, so I chose to go with speed here, protection here instead of speed. So this is the mods, so now we're going to hop straight into the battle. As you just saw, we stopped the battle after Maul died because he no longer has an impact on the battle, just like the previous battle I did with the offense and crit chance one. But if we move on to the pros with this mod setup, he still hits very hard on the seeding range. He actually hits harder now with 274k in total of all the seeding ranges he did, which is a little bit higher than the previous one. He is also faster, so he can use his seeding range before the opponent's Lord Vader gets his ultimate, which in some cases can be crucial. Even if I haven't tried it yet with the Mandos, I do believe that this is the best mod setup for Maul if you choose to go with him as a leader for the Mandalorians. If we move on to the cons, I don't have so much to say because I don't think there was so much negative to say about this mod setup. And I think the only con I have to say about this is that he still isn't so super durable. He dies off pretty quickly. I think he died off after 1 minute 30 seconds, which is pretty fast. But yeah, that's the only con I have to say about him. So to the overall ranking, I'm going to be ranking him this mod setup a 9 out of 10. This is by far the best mod setup I've tried so far with Maul, and I really recommend you guys trying it out. So the third mod setup we're going to be trying out is the offense and health mod setup, which is also the most popular one. If we take a quick look at the stats, we can see we have 160k health and protection, we have 313 speed, we have 192% critical damage, we have 8,319 in damage, and we have 7,750 in special offense damage, which is quite good. Now for the mods, we can see here for the square we went with some speed, some offense and some crit chance. We don't really need potency, but we have it anyway. Here we have the same mod, health mod setup, health mod we had before with 23 speed, protection, offense and some tenacity. For circle I went with primary protection with some speed, secondaries, some health, defense and offense. For the cross we went with a health primary with secondaries consisting of crit chance, offense, protection, and some speed. For the triangle, we went with a crit damage primary. Here you can also go with either an offense or crit chance one, but I chose it with crit damage with a lot of speed and some offense as secondaries. And for the arrow, we also kept the same as the last one with primary protection and some speed here, so, and also some offense. So this is the mods for this mod setup. So now we're going to hop into another battle. So, as you just saw, Maul just survived the full length of the battle, which is the first time out of the 3 battles I've done so far, and that's definitely a pro. He also still hits hard. He did 271k on all his seeding rages, which is very good damage. This is also, in my opinion, the best mod setup to use to have on Maul if you're planning to play him with Lord Vader, because as I've said before, Maul is depending on how fast your Lord Vader is, Maul is going to go straight after. So if your Lord Vader is faster than your opponent that you're facing, your Maul is automatically going to be faster than the opponents, no matter if they have more speed or not. I still do believe that this is a good mod setup for the Mandos if you choose to have him as a leader with your Mandalorians, but I do believe that the speed health one is better. If we look at the cons, I don't have so much to say about this mod setup either. But if I had to say one thing, is that if we have a bad RNG when we go up against a Lord Vader team, Maul is still going to die off pretty quickly. So he's still not that durable, and I do see that as a con. Now for the overall ranking, I'm going to be giving this mod setup a 9.2 out of 10. I also do believe that this is the best mod setup for playing him with Lord Vader. For the fourth and final mod setup, we have the full health mod set. If we look at the health and protection, we have 190k combined, which is quite good. We have 316 in speed, we have 7163 in physical offense in the damage, and we also have 6661 in special offense damage. If we take a quick look at the mods, we can see that we have secondaries on speed and some protection, defense, and some defense here as well. Here we have went with a lot of speed, 23 speed, some protection, offense, and also some tenacity. It's the same mod as before. For the circle, we went with the primary of protection with some secondaries of health, offense, defense, and also a lot of speed. For the cross, we went with the primary for protection, secondaries consisting of health, offense, health, and a lot of speed as well. For the triangle, we went with a primary of health, and we also have some protection, speed, defense, and tenacity as the secondaries. And for the arrow, we went with the same one as we had in the mod setup before, with primary of protection, speed, defense, offense, and tenacity as secondaries. So now we are going to hop into the final battle of today. As you just saw, once again Maul died off before the battle was finished, so that's why we ended the battle earlier. Now if we look at the pros with this mod setup, his Maul still hits very hard. He got 207k on all his seeding ridges, which is quite high. Not as high as the other ones, but it's still quite high. This way of modding him also makes him more durable, which in some cases can be crucial if you're going up against the Lord Vader mirror match. Now for the cons, even though he is more durable, he still dies off pretty quickly. As you saw in the battle, he died off approximately the same as the other ones, so I wouldn't say that this type of mod setup helped him in surviving longer. Also with this mod setup, I don't think he is super fast. I think we had 313 speed, which is alright speed, but after Lord Vader has done his unshackled motions and we get our seeding range and fervent rushes going, he's not doing so many turns after that. So for the overall ranking, I'm going to be ranking this mod setup a 6 out of 10, which is the least of all the mod setups, but I don't think that this mod setup was better than the other ones I've tried, so that is why I'm giving this a 6 out of 10. So guys, to summarize the whole thing, I just want to begin with saying that this is all my opinions and you don't have to agree with me, and you can think that I'm completely wrong. That's 100% fine. For me, the best mod setup for Maul when I used him with Lord Vader was the offense and health one. When we used the offense and health one, we got a lot of health, we had good protection on our secondaries as well, and we got a lot of offense and we had some good speed. So when you combine all of these together, you get a really good Maul with your Lord Vader. The best setup if you're going to use Maul as a leader with your Mandalorians is going to be the speed and health one. If you can get a lot of health and protection combined with very good speed and some offense as well, your Maul is going to be super fast and it's going to do super many turns if you use him as the leader with your Mandalorians, and this is why I think the speed health setup is going to be the best for you. Now we're not going to stay so much longer. I just want to tell you the worst mod setup for me, and that was the health one. So guys, with that said, this is going to be the end for the video, and I hope you guys really enjoyed this one and find this helpful, because this takes some time for me to make. And if you want to see more of this in the future with other characters, please let me know in the comment section below, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.